At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on the video game Bodycam because I recently got into that after I seen they added an update where you can play against bots now. Now, if you guys know me, you know how much I like playing games by myself. Nah, man, it's like, the thing is this. I don't mind playing games with people, but it has to be people that I know because I feel like that you get a much more better experience. And I mean, like, because I know people will probably ask that question, like, what would you do if you got invited out to a tournament and you playing up against random people? I feel like a tournament is different. You know everybody there, they're not going to be on no weird stuff. Then again, I ain't never been to no tournament, so I wouldn't know. But my thing is this, I would feel a little bit more safer if I was at a tournament compared to if I'm playing this game and then somebody knows that I'm streaming and then they're like, oh, let me take the time real quick to plug in my YouTube channel or say something that can potentially get this streamer, his stuff shut down. Not trying to go through that, And then on top of that, I feel like that I have an overall better connection. I ain't got to worry about people lagging or me lagging. It's one of those things where I appreciate single player offline modes. What else? Is it like other things that's called, but it overall involves you solo. I'm saying like I don't mind that. So anyways, they come out with this update. They have it where you can play up against bots. So I was about to just really start grinding and going crazy with this game because I didn't realize that you also could rank and stuff when doing that and stuff. So anyways, then like maybe a day after they released that update, then they come out with a patching it up to where you can no longer gain XP from playing against the bots and stuff. But meanwhile, they do have it where the bots, they adapt to your gameplay and they overall get better. So when I very first had played up against the bots, yeah, they did do some dumb stuff like getting stuck on the stairs and things. But then I was playing gun game and it was on their new paintball map. Fam, them bots, they were killing me. I was like, nah, there is at a point in time where I'm like, dang, bro, I might not win this. But I ended up winning and stuff. But I was like, dang, bro, what is going on? I'm like, why they? So I'm like, oh, okay, so they adapt, What I'm trying to figure out is that eventually it is going to get to a point in time where them bots get a little bit more difficult. Why would you have it set up where we don't get no XP from it? Like, that's one thing that I don't get when a developer, they do something that they know that the crowd is going to like, but then they want to backtrack and then have it set up where it's like, you're not going to like it no more. Now I don't even want to play the game no more. I'm saying, like, to me, I find stuff like that weird. I mean, like, I get if I'm playing if they had a story mode, but that game, it's like more so a PvP based game, and I'm like, okay, then it should have just remained that way then. But it's like, why add bots and then have it where it's like, oh, we're gonna add bots, but there's gonna also be a letdown when we add bots. Like, you ain't gonna be able to gain no XP from it and stuff. I just don't get why a lot of different developers just seem to think that, oh, people like playing games with others. And I'm like, fam, I've gotten to a point where I'm okay. The thing is this. If every video game out there had a just like a overall private mode where I ain't got to play up against people, but I was like let's say Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, Actually, you know what? No, Fortnite does have it where you can play the game by itself, and you could just go up against randomly spawned enemies and stuff. They even have it where you can play like a battle royale mode by yourself. And I think you can get XP from it and stuff. So, but my thing is this, like, and that's the thing where I'm like, I do not mind playing that. Like, I will play the overall, like the normal battle royale mode, but I'm like, nah, fam, if I could play the entire game by myself, oh, trust me, I'm all for it, because that's how I grew up. I played a lot of different games by myself, and fam, it really makes you appreciate. Like, I did have like kind of like a phase where I was playing online games, but eventually it gets to a point where it's like, it just seems like online games, they require too much, they ask for too much. You trying to just sit down and enjoy it. You guys stay connected at all times. Then if you like if you're Wi-Fi, like, yeah, let's say it's a situation where your internet goes out and now you done lagged out of the game and you can't even play the game. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't like stuff like that. You know, like the more and more online games, quote unquote, get developed, I'm like, the more and more I don't like them. To me, it just seems like that you guys are trying to push people to play the PvP mode, but I'm like, fam, if that was the case, then why add bots? You know, like, if I don't gain nothing or do anything, like, yeah, I guess like my skill does get better, but I'm like, fam, it's a shooting game. It's not like I'm brand spanking new to a shooting game or to a body style like game. I didn't play body style games before. I think no, Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite. Trust me, you go and play that game, whatever it is that you're looking for, they most likely got it and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm like, fam, my thing is this though, but it's like, if I'm paying, cause Bodycam, that's a pricey game. I'm like, fam, I should be able, hold on for a second, let me see how much this game costs. Yeah, this game is pretty much $33 and stuff. So, and I'm like, fam, I'm like, you spending $33 for a game. I'm like, and there's games out there where it costs less and you still get more. So I'm like, I mean, you have it where Fortnite is free, and it's like, fam, look at all the different stuff that you got in that game. So I'm just saying, like, it should be an option to be able to play against the bots and also get XP too. You know, like, if I'm not getting a whole lot of XP, then so be it. But like, if I'm still getting something, I feel like it's a little bit more rewarding. But yeah, it just doesn't feel rewarding. Like, I seen it and I'm like, man, you know, if I'd known that, I had taken advantage of the whole situation. But then that's another thing about Bodycam where I don't understand. It's like, why do you got that zombie map so dark? That's something that me and a random guy on TikTok was talking about. Like, we kind of had like a brief moment where where I mentioned it, and then yeah, he added on to it and stuff. And I'm like, there's no reason for that map to be as dark as it is. Like, that's something where I'm like that, and that's why I'm like, I just, I play against the bots because at least I can see what I'm doing and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the idea of like, oh, let's have it where you get to play against bots, but we're gonna have it where there's a letdown that comes along with it. I just don't get developers when they do crap like that, man. It's like, developers, you gotta understand that there are going to be people, because I see that so much with like, it'll be like an extraction shooter. It'll be with it was this one racing game, and I think I talked on that not too long ago, Le Mans Ultimate. Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown. I'm trying to think, Destiny. The Division, I ain't never really had no connection issues with the Division, but it'd probably be at some point in time I will. Like, if I probably did, and I just don't remember. But it's like, it's just them online only games where I'm like, why do you guys want people to be online so much? Like, what do you overall gain from us being online at all times? You know, and that's the thing where I heard with Bodycam is that they got cheaters and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's probably one of the main reasons why there's probably a lot of people out there where you come out with probably the best thing for the game, or one of the best things for the game, and this adaptive AI, but you have it where we don't gain nothing from it. And I'm supposed to just be like, oh, okay, well, still, I'm going to play the game and stuff. Nah, to me, my thing is this. Yeah, you got a lot of tryhards out there. You got people that's like, they getting the best of the best mouse. They getting the best of the best keyboard. They got on some like FPS, glasses or something, where it's like, oh, now their glasses gives them more frame rate. Like, you got people that just try way too hard. You ain't got it where people are just having fun. And it's like, you can overall, like, when I think of like, of a PvP experience where people are having fun, it don't matter like who's in the game or not, like, you overall are having fun. The good old-fashioned Call of Duties. I'm saying Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, there was some trolling that went along with it, but it was fun, though. Like, you had fun. You look forward to playing this game. I would have to say that's when I had put a lot of time and effort into playing PvP games. But now it just seems like that it's forced. Like, it's forced to, and you thinking that, oh, everybody likes PvP games. Like, yes, there are a lot of people out there that do like PvP games, but we ain't trying to have it where every single game that comes out has to be a PvP or online only game. It don't need to be. There's at times where, and that's the thing where it's like, when you play like extraction shooters, for an example, and they're like, oh, and it's because there was the one that came out, Gray Zone Warfare, where they had a PvP extraction, a PvPvE, and then a PvE mode. And so I played that game, instantly getting killed off. Because it's like you're having it where it's like, okay, well, we're going to have the PvE mode, but we're going to make it mad difficult. Why? For what reason? Who asked for that? And seeing there's things like that where I'm like, I can tell that y'all ain't consulting with no gamers. Like, y'all just come out with the game and then you're like, hey, y'all just got to be happy with it. No, we're not. We're not going to be happy with that. We ain't going to be happy with the fact where it's like if I'm over here shooting at an enemy and it takes me 100 bullets to take that enemy out, it's like I'm the one that's losing stuff here. The NPC ain't loose down on nothing. They just going to spawn again on another part of the map, have an infinite amount of ammo, and that's that. What does that overall leave me? That leaves me with empty magazines, no guns, a knife, and a couple of med kits. And I'm like, and let's see how long that lasts me in the full session of the game. Like then there's the one game where it's not as popular. I think it did come out around the same time as Gray Zone Warfare. It's like Red River or Red Incursion River or something like. Hold on for a second. I can't. Wait a minute. Red Incursion Red River. That was the name of that video game. But yeah, that video game, it's not as popular and stuff. But I was like, I mean, it was decent. It was all right. But yeah, it's one of those games where I'm like, I wish that more games were like that. It kind of gave you an advantage. I mean, I'm saying at the end of the day, I am the one buying the game. It's like, can I get my own experience with it? Like, it just seems like that the experience nowadays is forced. Like, it's not like, oh, you can develop an experience with a video game. Like, there's just like, unless you're playing a different video game for the first time, I feel like that's the only time when you can get a genuine experience with it. Like, there's the one video game, Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Hold on for a second. Let me see what that name of that game. The Veilguard. And it's crazy because like people, they don't really like that game, but I played that game for the first time and I'm like, wow, that game was actually pretty good. Like, I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm like, it's one of those games where I could say that in the recent years, that's a good game. That's one of the good games that I played. Another offline or single player solo game that was like, man, I had to say out of all the games I done played in the recent years, and that goes for all genres, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, will probably be one of the best games of this generation of gaming. I'm saying, like, Spider-Man 2, that's one of those games where it deserves to be talked about for years. Like, Spider-Man 2, that was a solid video game. I don't care what anybody says. Spider-Man 2, that's like, and what trips me out is that games like that come out and it just gets looked over. Oh, because it's a single player game. It's not. And that's the thing. Like, there are people out there that do talk along those lines where it's like they want every game to be PvP. They want every game to be online. They're all like, oh, single player is so boring. Okay, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel, though. There are still people out there, like, it trips me out when you ask about that. Like, I remember with Starfield and was asking about that. And then there was another game I feel like I asked and people were getting upset about me asking. Hold on for a second. I think is there a way where I can check, like, the discussions or stuff that I am posted about in video games? But overall, I'll ask for, like, a single player option in a video game. And people get upset about it. Is it in I don't think it was something that I left in the reviews. But, there's the one game that just recently came out, whatchamacallit, was a deal. Well, it technically counts as its own game. But anyways, that Black Hawk Down remake, there was like, yeah, they having it set up where it's like, oh, you have to play the game co-op. And I'm like, fam, I don't even want to play the game with, like, in a co-op fashion. I just want to play the game by myself. Can I do that? Can I please just do that? Like, I'm trying to think, I don't think it was a game that I reviewed. I think it was something that I left in the discussion page. And I'm like, EVE Online. That was the video game. That was the video game where I'm like, that game deserves an offline mode or some sort of PvE mode. And people were getting so upset about it. And I'm thinking to myself, how does that overall affect you if I just want to play the game by myself? Like, if you guys want to play the game PvP, there is a crowd for that. But there is also a crowd that just wants to play the game and they ain't got to worry about people camping out at sectors waiting for somebody to fly through and then they end up killing them. That's why the one game, and I have my issues with that game, but Astrox Imperium, it's like a EVE online but an offline version. And I'm like, in that game, like, there is some downfalls to that game. Like, there's this thing that I'm currently facing right now where they have it where I'm waiting 200 seconds just to talk with a guy. And I'm like, you can't skip it. You can't. I'll have to check again and see if there's like a fast forward option, but I don't think there was no fast forward option. I think it was just, you got to wait 200 seconds to talk to the guy. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to progress through the game and stuff. So yeah, you got some single player offline solo games where it's it'll be something shady that comes along with it. Like I was saying with Bodycam, they having it set up where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have it where you can play by yourself, but at the same time you ain't gonna be able to get no XP. So I'm like, okay, then what's the point of even playing it? If I want to get XP, like there is one game that actually did that, and they have like a PvP. It's a PvP game, but they do have its PvE mode, and you do get XP besides Fortnite. But Battlefield 2042. Played that. I think I have played some games like online against actual people, but for the most part, every time when I will play that game, I will always play it by myself. I would not play that game online with people. And matter of fact, I would download the game right now. I don't know how long it would. Hold on for a second. Let me see how long it would take to download that game. Right? Dang, I think I got to sign into EA Play because I think I had to change my password and stuff. But anyways, yeah, Battlefield 2042, that's a game where I'm like, wow, okay, cool. They added a PvE option, and I'm like, that's what people like. That's what people want to play. It's like people thinking that, everybody, dang, I really don't got that game. I thought I would have had that game downloaded. Hold on for a second. Let me see something real quick, because I'm for certain I did buy that game on yep, there it goes. Dang, they got it where this game's $4 right now. How much or how long would it take to download 97 or 94 gig? Yeah, that would take too long. I ain't even trying to sit down and wait for it. I'll probably end up installing it tomorrow. But yeah, it's like it trips me out though, where it's like, games like that exist, but it's like it's not as popular in things. And I'm like, and if it's because it has its PvP, I'm like, man, it's just people got to stop doing that. People got to stop getting upset because people want to play the game by themselves, or they don't want to be going up against people. You got at times where there's just people, they've ruined the experience for the game. So that's why I'm like, I'm not trying to have it where I'm dealing with that. I'm trying to just have fun with the game. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Maybe when, other people start calling them out for stuff like that, then, we might be able to enjoy some of these games. But until then, it's like, I don't know, bruh. I'm like, let's see what the future holds for gaming. But I'm like, yeah, I've said it, and I've been saying it, that gaming is just in a bad spot right now. I don't get it, but so hopefully there's, a change when it comes to gaming and things. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.